So today we are going to be reading A New Life, Yandere Tobyx0c listener X Yandere EJ. That was long thing to say. Anyways, we are currently in chapter 17, but we're gonna go back a chapter for the purpose of the recap. So basically, what ended up happening is we discovered the group's, the killer secret. Like, they were stalking us, and they were the ones that kind of just were out to get you. They ended up taking us to the mansion, where we were introduced to Slenderman and the others. Jeff tried to fuck around with you a little, but you broke his wrist, or something like that. And now EJ and Toby are trying to one-up each other, but basically walking you around the house, giving you a whole, what's it called? I was gonna say tutorial, but that's the wrong thing. Just a walkthrough of the mansion itself and everyone in it, other than the ones you've already met. Anyways, now after all that, now we are officially in warnings going into the story. There will be mentions of torturing. Our AP mentions of it, but not anything actually happening in RAPE, so don't worry. Killing people. There'll be mentions of wounds and blisters, not too badly though. There'll be slight mentions of cannibalism, but it'll probably be more on mentioned a couple videos into this fan fiction. We shall see. Mentions of stalking as well and watching people sleep. If I have any other warnings that I forgot to warn you guys about verbally, they will be on the screen right about now. You guys have been warned. Chapter 17, the text. After you met everyone, they showed you to your room and left you, which was good, as there was literally, they didn't give you much alone time. Anyways, they didn't give you much alone time that day until you had met everyone. You sat in your room and sighed softly. You know that Tim and Brian were gonna go back and pack up your room and bring the bags back. You took a look at your phone and called your BFF. You had to tell her you weren't gonna see her much often. But what should be the excuse? She answered. As it was on speaker, you heard her speak. Hello? She asks. Your mind spun. You didn't know what to say. Hello? Wyan, I know that's your caller. I know that's you. Your caller ID is on. What's up? You didn't answer. You weren't sure what even to tell her. You don't want to be friends anymore? No, that's not it. Wyan, you love being friends with her. You just didn't want to tell her that you were in the Slender Mansion and that you were now kind of like his proxy in a way? She would think you were crazy. Wyan, are you okay? Yeah, I'm gonna be moving. So I'm further from my mom and to try to start a new life away from her and my stalkers and stuff. Excuse me. You know, to be safer. You say, trying to make up an excuse. Half of it was true. Kind of. Yes, you moved. Yes, you were further from your mom, but you were closer to your stalkers, and you don't know how safe you actually were. Why don't you move in with me? No offense, but do you really think I can survive your mom? You know what? I think you made the right choice, actually. Will you ever visit? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll come visit and stuff. You say softly. Oh, Also, why did it take so long for you to answer? You called me. Oh, yeah. The boys were just asking me stuff. They're helping me move. Again, not a full lie. The boys were helping you move technically. You felt like shit for lying to your best friend, but it was for the best. She wasn't like you. You were a monster, and you were now a killer, and, well, she was just a normal girl. A normal human. Oh, want me to help you for? No. You say quickly and rather loudly. No. It's okay. We're okay. We got it covered. Oh. So you're gonna drop by and say bye in person? You know what? Yeah, tomorrow. I can drop by and stuff for a bit before I leave. Okay, bye. See you tomorrow. Oh, and before you go, can we make one more trip to the cafe? Yeah, okay, we can. Bye. See ya, she says happily and hangs up. You flop back onto your bed and sigh. Did she even care that you were leaving her in a way? You might not see her anymore. Well, then again, you will see her smiling face one more time. You are glad you could see her one last time before you leave the human perspective. Then again, you were kinda not surprised. At times, you would be hungry but not want to eat normal food, and you would just zone out and chew at your own skin. Were you a cannibal? No, that's crazy. It's crazy to think that you wanted to eat someone or something other than human food. It's crazy to think about something like that. Okay. You know it wasn't 100% not possible, but you didn't want to think it was a possibility for you to want to eat human meat. You pick up your phone. You had heard before then that if someone's moms ate human meat when pregnant, excuse me, it is possible for the baby to become what people call wendigos, a human-eating monster. Also, they are depicted as native spirits or witches that dressed as big predators. You shake your head. You open text messages and open your conversation. The person you're texting, your mom. Bitch. You. Hey, I need to talk to you. Bitch. What? Are you finally going to convert to be a Catholic Christian? You. No, and I never will. I just want to know about something that happened when you were pregnant with me. Bitch. What do you mean? You. I mean, specifically what you ate when you were pregnant with me. Like, specifically the types of meat. You think I remember everything I ate 18 to 19 years ago? You. Please think. This is important. Bitch. And how is this important? You. Because what you ate could have turned me. You stopped and didn't send the text. You can't tell her about this shit. She would go to your old house to try and pull you into like a mental asylum. And then tell Poppy that you didn't live there and now that there was 2 boys she didn't know taking shit from your house. Bitch. And how is this important? You. Because what you have ate could have affected how I currently am. You sent it. Bitch. Really? What? Really? I knew I shouldn't have eaten what your father made me that one night. Wait. What? Bitch. I ate everything I was supposed to when I was pregnant with you. And during that period, I didn't eat any meat. But one day, your father came home from work early and cooked me dinner. It had some type of a pork, like meat, but it was darker red than most porks. He just said it was a hog or something from one of his friends. I trusted him and decided to eat it just for some extra protein and stuff to try and make you a healthy baby when you would pop out of me. But then you were born, you seem to be this little horrid monster. You, gee, thanks, Mom. Bitch, it's not my fault. Whatever. You roll your eyes and ignored her next string of text messages. You just sigh softly and flop on the bed. Your father must have made her human. Then, when it was the only meat she must have eaten, that have still counted. But because that's still not all, She ate. You liked human food. That's weird, though. Why didn't she think that it was weird that pork, a white meat, was red? Man, your mom was dumb. You sigh softly. Later that night, you finally look at the text she sent. As you wanted to see what she wanted after that whole conversation. I am so confused. That just confused me so bad. Anyways, chapter 18, the news report. And there is mentions of R8PE during the phone call with Poppy. This sounds even worse. Well, y'all have been warned. I hope it doesn't dip down into specifics. Anyways. Texting. Bitch. Bitch, I can't believe your father was the one who turned you into such a horrid monster. I knew I shouldn't have ate that meat. Bitch, why, and you need to answer me. You can't just ignore your mother. Bitch, Wyatt, if you don't respond right now, I'm going over to your house. Reading that made you panic. What? She was what? All of her texts were about half an hour apart. But she was what? Bitch. Wyatt, if you don't respond right now, I'm gonna go over your house. Bitch, oh, fine. I'll just go over there right now. Oh, shit. She would have seen Masky and Hoodie by now. You kept scrolling through her messages. Bitch. Oh, my God. Answer me. Why aren't you home? Do you know there are 2 masked men in your house? Oh, shit. Mom, no. Bitch. Wyatt, they are robbing you. I need to call the cops. I hope you are with your friend. Wait. Why does she suddenly care? Typing. Oh, shit. Bitch. Hey, Ryan. It's Tim. Your mom is dead. Brian had a killer. We got your stuff, though. We also had to tell the police it wasn't a misunderstanding. We are okay. They won't be on their way, so don't worry about us. You sigh a breath of relief. You wait for them to come back and then unpack your shit. You smile to yourself once you were unpacked. You slept until the sun rose. We're just gonna skip the fact that they just killed your mom. Or quote-unquote mom. Okay. She kinda deserves it. When you did wake up, you weren't blinded by the sun shining through your window, though. There was a light area of oranges and reds from the raising of the sun gently shining through your blinds. You never woke up this early without sleep paralysis. You actually had a good night's sleep. You go down and Slenderman was making some breakfast for everyone in the mansion. You smile. I was like, hold on, my brain just went to okay. We're going with the safe version of creepypastas. Kind of. Anyways, but as soon as it appeared, it fell. How was everyone here a happier and less toxic family than your own? I mean, everyone here is a serial killer. They all probably are very rude to each other. Yeah. Everyone here was just stolen by a faceless man that eats children. And everyone here is happier than most actual blood families. He then smiled again. Everyone here had a shitty family before Slenderman found them and gave them a better purpose. Now they are more or less happy, or at least happier than what they were before. You were okay with that. You go up to him and sit on the counter he wasn't using. What you making, Slendy? You ask.
I'm just making breakfast, child.
Like, specifically.
I'm making eggs, bacon, waffles, and they can make their own toast.
Ooh, nice. I have a question.
Yes?
Let's say that Tim and Brian went to my house, and then my mom went over, saw them, and they killed her. What would you do? Like, what's the rules about things like that? Also, are there even any rules?
Yes, there are rules to the mansion, and if it is necessary, then it is fine. If they killed her, I heard. They told me about it.
Oh, okay. What are the rules then?
Well, there is a curfew of 2. There's no what we call normals allowed unless they won't leave. And a few other things that the others have set for rules about themselves. Oh, no teaching Sally cuss words.
He says, okay. You nod and smile softly. You eat, then everyone goes and watches TV. Of course, at first is the news. Yes. And here we are with a new case. A young girl named Wyan Ellen is missing, and her mother was found dead in her house. All of Wyan's clothes seems to be missing, and all of her food seems to be thrown out and are in trash bags in her trash bin. Just then, your phone rang. You look at it. It was Poppy. You answer. Sup, bitch? You said with a low chuckle. She gasped. Wyan, where are you? Did you see the news yet? Yep. I already told you I moved. I don't know what happened to my mom, but damn, you lied. Half lied. Oh, thank fuck you are okay. I heard it, and I was so fucking worried. I thought she came and tried to hurt you, so you killed her and ran into the woods and was raped and killed. Well, you're wrong. Calm down. Bro, you scared me. I know. Calm down. You chuckle. I promise I'm fine. Don't worry. Okay. I'm glad you're okay. I gotta go. Don't tell the police? Don't tell the police, please. Okay, well, I actually have to go. So, bye, bitch. Bye, ho. You chuckle as she hangs up. You put your phone down and look at Tim and Brian. What? He asked. You two are idiots sometimes. You can't just leave a dead body at my house like that. You roll your eyes. Sorry. When we killed her, we just had finished getting your stuff and we heard the door start to open. Tim tried to explain. Then, when we tried to see who it was, we saw a cop car and we panicked and grabbed your stuff and ran. God. You sigh. Okay, I understand. Just be more careful next time. You sigh softly. They nod. I wouldn't have done that. Toby says, trying to one-up Tim and Brian, and to get your attention away from them. Oh, really? Tim asked. Toby nods. Toby, I think you are more sloppy with certain kills than us. Well, sometimes I can't help it. He hissed softly. Okay, boys, calm down. You chuckle softly and sit on the couch. Let's keep watching the news. They nod softly. I'm nodding as I'm scrolling. Alright, we are in chapter 19. Revenge. Revenge on who? Your mama? It has been a few weeks since you were last really heard from the others around. You only updated Poppy every few days and would make it seem like it was more of a normal life instead of basically being stolen by multiple serial killers. One day you finally told Silverman that you would try to kill a few people. Silverman agreed and sent you on a mission with Toby, Tim, and Brian. So great. So great. So, how are we going to do this? You ask as you were trying your best to use the extra mask they let you borrow. Well, me and Tim will go and hunt for any teens or kids playing or partying in the woods. You and Toby can go and look in abandoned places or other small towns. Tim says. You nod. You had gotten used to EJ and Toby, and you do trust them a bit more now. Toby and EJ stopped stalking you and stopped watching you sleep, so you no longer woke up to them staring at you. Weird. Tim and Brian went one way while you and Toby went the other. You both found this huge cabin. The lights on and it seemed old, but there was definitely a few people inside. You just smirked softly. A new feeling came over you. You felt like you had the power. You felt in control. You felt amazing. Let's go in for the kill. You smile, looking at Toby. He shakes his head. Well, wait just in 1 minute. Let's watch them just a bit, okay? He asks. You nod. He was the professional serial killer after all. That's a profession. You look You both look into the cabin and see your old school bullies. All the main ones. You gasp. Holy shit, Toby. You whispered as you then pull him out of the view of the window. Huh, what? This is awesome! All of the people are in, and there are my bullies! The same people that have been fucking with me for years! I hated them. But of course, if I tried to stop them, they wouldn't have stopped. You smile and look at him. Seeing you so happy made him smile. Okay, I will stay out here and make sure none of them escape. He says with a small smile. You nod. You are so happy to finally get revenge. You look around and start gathering a few things. Toby was confused. What are you doing? Making a gas bomb so they all pass out. So it's easier for me to have fun. I feel so in control of everything now. I want to make them pay. Hearing you talk about how you wanted to kill them, nice and slow, made Toby blush. He knew at some point he would be able to kill them for you, not knowing you would even be okay with killing people yourself. He loved that you were going to kill these motherfuckers, and he wanted to help. You made 3 gas bombs, and he made 2. He held them as you tossed them inside. You were able to gas the whole house, everyone passing out. You hum and opened a window and pulled Toby to the other side of the house in front of the door. After 3 or so minutes, you enter with him. You nod towards him, and both of you were able to gather everyone and tie them up to chairs and other things. You tied the last one as they all started to wake up. Toby turns off all but 3 lights in the middle of the room. AKA, he broke all of them except for 3 in the middle-ish of the room. You stood illuminated by the light in the middle of the room. Okay. Once everyone was awake, they were all so scared. Who are you? One of them asked, scared, her voice cracking. You take your mask off, smirking. Why, hello, bitches. You smirk, looking at her. You look around, everyone realizing that they were at your mercy. They all started to shake, some even crying. You laughed. Yes, cry. You are all at my mercy now. You laugh even louder. Toby blushes. He loved this. He loved being the first one to see you like this, or at least the first one that wouldn't end up dead. You started to take your time, slowly torturing and killing each one. All the ones screaming or crying. They were so scared. Toby didn't even try to help because he knew you could do this yourself. As the sun finally rose, shining through the old dusty windows, you finally killed the last one. You were covered in blood. And the bodies littered the floor. You look over at Toby. I guess I got a little bit carried away. You giggled softly. No, that was perfect. You gave those motherfuckers what they deserved. In my personal opinion, you were too nice, Toby said as he lightly clapped, amused by the scene in front of him. You giggle softly and smile. Well, thank you, Toby. You do a little tilt of your head as if you were tilting a hat to him. He does the same gesture, smiling under his mask. While walking home, you were both laughing and talking about what had just happened. Him carrying 2 of the dead bodies and you carrying only 1. The reason for doing this is for some food for the cannibals. You were also curious to see if you could stomach these 2. You didn't want to be like Kanaki? Yeah, Kanaki from Tokyo Ghoul, but if you have to be him, you kind of want to be a version of him that's all evil and doesn't mind killing. Anyway, you did hope you wouldn't like it, but it is what it is. You both finally get home and were almost immediately greeted by EJ and Slenderman. Interesting. Alright, we are now finally in chapter 20. Toby and EJ. Well, technically you're licking his mask, but that... Oh, no more laughing. I'm gonna cough myself to death. Oh, poor Toby. The tears in his eyes. Oh my gosh. That's. If I could continue looking at this, I'm going to die laughing. I'm going to put this. I'm going to put that on the thumbnail. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put that on the thumbnail. That is way too funny. Sorry, y'all. Gotta be professional around here. Anyways, now again, we are officially in chapter 20, Toby and EJ. You both finally get home, and we're almost immediately greeted by EJ and Slenderman. Oh, hey EJ. Hey Slenderman. You smile softly. You brought food, EJ says, staring at the bodies you and Toby carried. Oh, yeah. You nod. EJ takes the bodies from you. Only 3? Well, we did kill all night, so now in the middle of the forest, there's just a a cabin full of dead bodies. Ooh. EJ says softly. Seed Eater runs out to find and bring in more bodies for the ones that eat human. You giggle softly. And thank you for taking the body from me. Yep, so who did y'all kill? Anyone you know? Oh, EJ, you should have seen it. She tortured and killed all of her school bullies. Toby says with a huge smile on his face. Wait, how? They were all at this party in the cabin. We made some gas bombs while they were knocked out, we tied them up and I let her have her fun killing them. You chuckle softly before you yawn.
You two are late and way past your curfew of 2.
Slenderman hissed. Sorry, Slendy. We were just having some fun.
And what about the kids' parents?
No one other than them were there, and if someone looks for them and finds the bodies, they will think few of the bodies we currently stole had killed all of them and ran.
Fine. No more staying up that late hunting. Both of you.
Yes, sir. As Toby says with a slight nod. Yes, sir, Slendy. You hum slightly. You yawn softly. I am a bit tired. You said softly and started to walk up to your room. I can help you to your room, EJ says as him and Toby watches you. No, thanks. You said softly, and once again, excuse me. And once you enter your room, you lay down on your bed and basically pass out. Why am I reading these wrong? You have definitely pulled all-nighters, and although you were sleeping well, for some reason, you never felt tired. At least tried for the past 3 nights, so sleeping felt nice. A long while later, you finally woke up, and you sat up and saw 2 familiar figures. You yelp and throw a pillow at them. It hits the taller one and the lights get turned on. EJ and Toby. Boys, that isn't funny. You hiss. The pillow had hit Toby straight in his face. Sorry, we were just checking up on you. EJ apologizes. Yeah. Toby nods with a huge smile looking at you. Please. You boys have to stop watching me sleep. We were just checking. You cut EJ off. Yeah, but staying and waiting until I wake up in like the middle-ish in the room and the foot of the bed is kind of creepy. You hiss softly. Sorry, Toby says with his big goofy smile. You blush softly. It's fine. Just don't do it again, please. You say softly. They nod. You didn't get too mad at them since it hadn't happened in a while, but you didn't like waking up to see them staring at you. It's not like you think they were going to hurt you or do something else, but you just didn't like being stared at in your sleep. Did you have fun the other night? EJ asked. The other night? Don't you mean last night? You questioned. No, he means the other night. You have been sleeping for quite a while. Toby shrugs. You were in disbelief. Did you really sleep for almost 24 hours? Really? You asked. They nod. How long was I out? You asked. Well, assuming you went to sleep around 6-ish a.m., says that when you came back and went into your room and it being... EJ looks at his phone. 1:30 p.m.? You have been asleep roughly 19 to 20 hours, maybe a bit longer. Yeah. We watch you sleep, not time you. Toby laughed softly. You should. You joke. Damn, I've been asleep for so long, though. You mumble. You stand. These weren't the clothes you had on. Oh, right. Your clothes. We got clockwork to change you into an outfit we picked out. Oh. Well, I'm glad you didn't see me naked. You hum softly. We never said we didn't watch. Toby smiled. What? Joke? It was a joke. Toby reassured, covering your mouth. You glare. He uncovers your mouth. Sorry for covering your mouth. He mumbles. Don't do it again. Anyway, leave. Both of you. I need to shower and change. You say, pushing them towards the door. Okay, we understand. EJ says, leaving with Toby and closing the door. You go into your bathroom and run the water. While it heats up, you undress. You look at yourself in the mirror. Why do I always gotta look the best before I shower? The fuck? You think to yourself and shrug it off. You hop into the shower and let the now hot water run down your body, and soon you relax. You clean your body and hair and spend the next at least 20 minutes having any weird thoughts before you notice the water was no longer hot or even warm. You turn off the water and sigh. The others might be taking showers, or at least starting from the time to wash out the blood from their latest kills. Ooh, they're gonna be so mad at me for using all the hot water. You think and leave the shower. You know they're gonna find out and try to kill you. You dry off, get dressed, and don't even bother brushing your hair. You go get a little snack, brush your teeth, and then spend the rest of the night reading. Fanfiction, probably. Yes. I'm reading updated fanfiction because, because, I can. Because I'm a bad bitch. Because I'm a bad bitch. Okay. Anyways, Chapter 21. Pranking her. You currently were watching the news. They had finally found all of the bodies in the cabin, particularly decayed. Finally, an update on the 15 missing teenagers case. 12 were found at a local hotspot for high school and college parties. It is now a hotspot for mass genocide. Now, 3 cases are still open. Multiple of the bodies seem to be either highly decayed or eaten. It is currently unknown which one it is. The newswoman said, Eaten? You answered. Eaten. You answered. You were laying across the couch, your head in Toby's lap as he watched the news too. Your legs over Jeff's lap as he was at first in protest, but after you didn't give up while having your legs on his, he gave up. Toby didn't even try to push you up or readjust himself. He was happy with your head on his lap and not Jeff's. He gently twirls a strand of hair between his fingers. There are at least a few theories to explain the missing, and we were given the information we had. A few new ones resurfaced. One theory is that the 3 missing teenagers had, in a drunken rage, killed their friends and passed out. And upon that, when waking up, ran. Not really. God, people are dumb. You chuckle. Another theory is that the killer was able to at least cripple all of them in one move. Ate the ones half eaten or decayed. Then taken the other 3, dead, to eat over the course of a few days or weeks. Okay, that's accurate enough. You laugh. Jeff ends up changing it. You didn't complain. He puts on a horror movie and you smile. That night you went out for a nice walk. You eventually went and walked over to your old town. You go to Poppy's house and jump the cobblestone wall she had as a fence for her backyard. You look at her second floor and use the training the proxies gave you to get up using what's around. climbing to the top of the fence and yeeting yourself to the patio she had. You climbed over the railing onto it. You tried to open the door. It was locked. You were about to knock before you see her in her room with a dude. They were making out. You gasp and hide on the porch. You slimy little shit. You never told me you had a boyfriend, you thought, smirking. You know you shouldn't, but you look inside and chuckle. No, I shouldn't. But I don't see why not. Your smirk turned into an evil smile. You hide and knock on the glass door, hiding in the corner. What the fuck was that? You hear the male ask. I don't know. I'll go check it out. Poppy says softly. No, I'm the man, and oh, you have a knife. Wine gave it to me. She knows I should protect myself. You smile to yourself. You were glad she kept it. Wait, shit. You taught her how to use it too. She goes into the porch and looks around. You had just the perfect amount of time to hide better. Is anyone out there? You heard the dude ask. No, not anyone I can see. Might have just been a bird or something. She goes back inside, closing and locking the door. You keep messing with them until she finally caught you. She grabs you and yanks you inside. Wyan, what the hell? She hisses. Hey, bestie. You smile up at her as she had pushed you to the floor. Oh, this is Wyan, the one you talk about. Nice to meet you. He offers his hand. You're about to take it when she pulls his hand away from you. No. I know the news report was you. All of a sudden, they found missing kids in our school who did you wrong. Then show up and fuck with us. What? You were the one who killed those kids. I know you were. Why would I? Don't play dumb. You killed your mother too. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Now you're here. I'm gonna have to tell my mom. No. You hiss and grab her as she tried to run. You grab the dude too and yank them both down. You held the guy down with your foot and pop you down with your hands. Oh, what are you? You cover her mouth. Shh. You say softly, please say you are joking. She nods and bursts out laughing. You let both of them go. Damn, you were so serious. Why did you stop her if you did? You cut the guy off. Because I don't want to be framed for something I didn't do. You lied to his face. So, what's your name? Daniel. Daniel. Poppy, you could do so much better than someone named Daniel. Wow. He nods softly. You laugh. Anyway, how have you been, girl? You ask, looking at Poppy. I'm fine. What about you? I've yet to find the new dudes you were friends with, she asked. Oh, I'm fine. They are too. I was able to stay in contact with them. They're fine. Oh, that's good. Is the Tim guy still single? Yeah, I thought this guy was your... Oh, no, we aren't dating. We're friends. She cuts you off, smiling. Friends? Girl, you were making out with him. I never said we weren't friends with benefits. Well, yeah, you... Never mind. Anyway, I'm not really into Tim's love life, so I don't know. You shrug. Really? Well, how about... Well, you know, Toby, Tim, Brian, me, and Daniel... Go to the cheesecake factory out in the corner of the school. No thank you. I'm only visiting for a day or two, and I'm pretty busy. Okay. Maybe next time then? Yep. Totally next time. You smile and start to leave. Oh, also, why did you come through my porch and not the front door? And also, why now? It's pretty late. Well, what now? Oh my god. Alright, we is in chapter 22. Light injuries. Oh, also. Oh, already read that. Well, I wanted to surprise you, and it's not a very good surprise if everyone does it. Randomly coming through the front door at like 12 or 1 p.m. Isn't it more fun for it to be 10:30ish p.m. when a knocking comes from the porch? Well, I guess. I mean, it is cool to have a weird friend like you. Hey, how did you even get up? I'm on the second floor. Well, see ya. You run out. You go up the railing, landing on the wall. Poppy and Daniel run after you, but stops as they watch you run off. You walk through the forest, panting softly as you were running for hours and getting lost. You kept walking, and gently rubbed your arms. The forest was denser and colder now than a few hours before. You could practically see your breath. The trees were tall. Suddenly it felt foggy, and it became harder to see around you. Ah, fuck. You mumble, it has to be way past curfew, and you hate to have to deal with the Slender Man. You gently rub your arms as it felt colder. You then stop as you hear a twig snap behind you. Break. You look down. No twig. You look around, focusing on behind you. Shit. You mumble and turn around. You didn't see anything, but just the soft twig snap scared you enough to want to leave. Maybe an hour later, something big blocked your path. At this point, the fog had only gotten heavier and it had gotten colder. You accepted this is how you die, from a bear or from a skinwalker or whatever is in front of you. You take a few steps back. Yes, you accept it. But at least you wanted to try and get away. It charged at you. You ran the other way. You ran and ran, but it was faster. It tackled you. It pinned you to the ground before it started to lick your cheek. You were about to question it before the sun started to rise. It casted just enough light for you to see what it was. Seed Eater! Oh, thank God! You turn around, still on the ground. Holy shit, Seed. You smile and hug his head. He nuzzles you. Seed, glad he found you. Yes. The Seed smiles the best he can. I'm glad you found me too, Seed. You pat his large head/mask. Hey, Seed, you know where we are? Yes. Follow Seed. Seed can help you find home, he explains. You follow him for 3 hours. You finally get home. Holy shit, Seed. Thank you. You hug his big body again. Seed says you're welcome, he says, and rests his head on your shoulder. The door opens. All of them come out. EJ and Toby hug you tightly. Boys, air. You squeak as their hug was suffocating. They let you go. EJ immediately checks for wounds, a few cuts, but nothing too big. Oh, Ryan is all cut up. No worries, I can help. Sally explains, excitedly jumping up and down. She starts to pull you off.
Those are real cuts, Sally. Use what I taught you.
Slenderman says as they all go in after you. Okay, Mr. Slendy Man. She waves towards him and brings you off. She cleans your wounds, uses hydrogen peroxide to disinfect them more. She made sure there were no fly eggs or anything in them, or even maggots, before patching up the cuts with big bandages and 2 ice bandages. Ace bandages. You looked in the mirror for once. Your hair was a mess, all dirty and covered in dirt and leaves. Your clothes had been ripped up and torn, covered in dirt, mud, and some blood. You had a bandage on your cheek, side, 2 on your left leg, and an ace bandage, wrapped around your right hand and left calf. As they were deeper cuts and even bigger ones, you had a few small blisters on your feet from wearing your boots from 9 to 6, which would be 9 hours. Though they weren't new, they hurt if worn for too long, and you had ran for most of it too, so... You were glad you wore socks as it prevented the blisters from forming sooner. You go, take a quick shower, fix up the bandages, and leave. You sit on your room in an oversized shirt and underwear. You enjoyed the warmth of your bed and the safe aura your room had. You take care of yourself throughout the day. Then that night, Slenderman had called you to his office. Sup, Slendy? You ask as you enter his office.
How are the blisters on your feet?
He asks with a soft hum. Oh yeah, they're fine, I guess. You nod.
That's good. I'm glad. What about your cuts?
Oh, yeah, they're healed. They don't hurt much either. Did you want to know if I was okay?
No, not just that. Your friend, Poppy. Have you told her anything about us?
No.
Good. Anything about where you live currently?
No, sir. I've not told her about you, the others, the mansion, or that I live so close to the town. All she knows is that I'm safe and no longer in town.
You are positive that she isn't suspicious about you?
No, a little joke made me think that for a second, but I have confirmed that she doesn't think I'm a murderer, etc.
Good, I'm glad. If you don't tell her anything about us, or anything that proves you're real, etc., you may keep visiting her. But for right now, keep it to a minimum of once every week or so.
Yes, sir. Anything else? Slender shook his head and dismissed you. Alright. He really said, I'm good, that's it, just getting down the basics. Anyways, I'm sorry, like, I feel like I'm cutting this short, but I'm not. It's already been like 44 minutes for me. But anyways, so what do you think is going to happen to our dear old YN here, in the next chapter? Because now we know that, while she was running, she got some bruises, some cuts, blisters, etc. And I'm not sure how long exactly, like, because while we were reading, it didn't really specify how long. Like, for me, like, thinking, like, while I was reading, to me it's only been like a day or two. Doesn't wounds take time to heal? Blisters take time to heal and recuperate. Big word. Fake word, probably. Anyways, I'd like to keep you guys updated about the votes. So far as this video goes, you guys will still have time to vote, I believe. So, is 3 votes you guys should be voting on. 3 different genres or types of fan fiction. I would specify, but my brain is a little bit fried at the moment, so I do apologize. But I think there was one of a certain fan fiction I cannot pronounce. Another one's about monsters, and I believe another one's about character of Hoodie and Masky and another character, I think. I'm not sure, but if you guys check it out for yourselves, it should be pretty easy to find out because I have it written out in the post to keep you guys informed. But anyways, I gotta cut this short, guys, but I hope you did enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing videos, guys. Sadly, your girls gotta go. Bye and peace.